All right, you guys, I'm gonna start on something I'm pretty excited about. Months ago, it might have even been a year ago now, I started collecting the New Yorker magazine covers from people in my neighborhood, friends, family, like people that I found on social media that had them. I had a subscription at one point and I was collecting them, but they weren't enough to do what I was planning on doing, which was a bathroom wall in my basement with these covers as the wallpaper. This is something that my grandma had in her home in North Caldwell, New Jersey. It was a split level that was very a la Frank Lloyd Wright. I just have so many fond memories of it. My grandma died a few years ago and I wanted to do this as an ode to her. And so I'm going to get started on that and I want to bring you along to see the process. I'll just add that I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but haven't started because I was feeling reluctant to start something that was so personal to me and then potentially move. I don't have big plans to move, but I don't know that I'm going to be where I am forever. However, most of the covers are from over the past 2 years. And in my neighborhood of South Minneapolis, Bancroft, I'm just a few blocks from where George Floyd's square happened. And so a lot of what I'm seeing on these covers really captures the climate and the mood of the nation at that time. And so I feel like in the end, even though, yes, it's a personal thing with a personal history for me, that it belongs with the house. And as a realtor, I don't always recommend doing something so specialized like this, but either people are going to love it or they're not. And maybe they'll take it down. I hope they won't. But if they love it, they're going to love it or appreciate it. And it's the basement, so I don't feel like, it's not like the primary ensuite or anything. So let me show you. Sorry about the lighting. I'm coming down to my basement to where the project's going to happen. So hang tight. Okay, here's the box of magazine covers. There's actually a picture of my grandma right there. And so I have them organized already. I went through and laid them out on the floor and positioned them in a way that I felt was aesthetically pleasing or the colors popped, and try to make sure there wasn't a bunch of repetition and just looked good as a compositionally on the wall. So this is the stack of them. I think I did the math. I'm hoping it's enough. I do have some extras that didn't make the cut. And I'm holding on to those just in case I need an extra or maybe one needs replacing. But I just love these covers. The artwork is amazing, obviously, very iconic. So my grandma raised her kids in North Caldwell, New Jersey, and look at that. Ah, so pretty. And so I grew up going back and forth visiting her over spring break and Christmas, and then she sold that house and moved to New York. So we spent a lot of time in New York. We spent a lot of time going to Broadway plays. It was really a memorable experience and had a great imprint on me. So I'm excited to do this. Let me show you the space. So this is the basement bathroom. We, during the pandemic, we partially finished our basement. And so this is like a really not anything to write home about. This is our spare poop bathroom, our emergency poop bathroom, we call it. But we do have, a tabula rasa here. It's just totally white. And then I'm also going to paint the floor. I'm going to get a stencil and do something fun to contrast, but not too busy because obviously the New York Times wallpaper is going to be pretty busy. All right, let me get started. Rocky start. Not go well. That did not work out well. That was the beginning of the pandemic, March 2020 at Grand Central Station. And it was like time stopped. You'd think because I'm doing this and it's so important that I'd be like really precise. Sorry. Check out this one. Think about, remember all the graduates who didn't get to have their graduation because of the pandemic? So it may look like I'm getting really precise, but I'm just cleaning up the edges. I'm gonna figure out how to make it work, kind of overlapping a little bit here and there as I put them up on the wall. I've got a spray to adhere them to the wall with the idea that it won't bleed through, it won't seep through. That's what I opted on. I was thinking about wallpaper glue itself, and I may decide that I do want to do that. I'm going to start at the bottom of my collage, my wallpaper collage, because I don't want to start in the middle just for balance reasons. Like, you don't want to start in the middle and then push to the edges. I'm going to start at the base and work my way up the wall. But if it's something, if I ruin one of the first images right off the bat, then I can just remove that and pick one of my alternates to sub in. I'm glad I have a little bit of an incentive. Like I said, I went back and forth about whether I was going to put this up or not at this house, and I told you why I decided to go ahead. But my grandma actually died way longer than 3 years ago. I can't believe this, but it's been almost 5 years, and maybe even coming up on 6. Oh gosh. But with the pandemic, I kind of lost that time. I feel like that just vanished. So time, what is time? Anyways, my grandma was born in Osceola, Wisconsin. And so my uncle and aunt, who live in New York City still, they actually live in the same complex where my grandma moved after she sold her North Caldwell home. That was the part of the incentive. And then just having all the wonderful things that New York has to offer, and not be isolated and whatnot. So anyways, they're coming in May to scatter her ashes. We're gonna go and scatter her ashes in the St. Croix, near where she was born and grew up. So I'm hoping to get that bathroom done in time to show them, and I'm likely hosting the kind of the memorial service here. So I love that one. I love so many. I love so many of them. Look at this one. I feel like it really captures the two of the biggest things that were happening in the world at that point. April 20th, 2022. Black Lives Matter and the pandemic. And this man certainly seems to be weighed down by both. So yeah, this is all I have. I've got this general purpose spray adhesive and my magazine covers, and then this little bad boy to like get out all the air pockets. Let's see. I'm a little nervous. I should make sure, I'm going to dust the wall to make sure it doesn't have any cobwebs. I'm just going to go for it. Shake well, and then spray and let it sit until it's tacky. Huff and paint. Here, my feet sitting on the floor. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Get those in there. Cut out.